Good morning, you guys. Happy Friday. I'm here. Today is kind of annoying. Because I'm down and don't have to be. Oh, I could have took that trade. I was setting something up though. So, I did blow the last 25K account that I had. No worries, the new one will be here Monday. However, it wasn't my fault, but was my fault all at the same time. So part of me honestly was just gonna go back to sleep, even though I had way more than enough sleep. But I want to show you guys why I blew the account. Hopefully you all can see. Do y'all see what that data lag was? And I normally have so of course I have the data lag thing that you guys can see on your screen, but I also have a second one on the actual screen that I'm looking at when I'm trading. And I normally have it in the top left corner just to keep it in front of me at all times, but I had it in the bottom right corner instead. So I was not paying attention. So when I got into the trade, I'm like, wait, why is the order all the way down there? And I was just super confused. And yeah, like I don't know, it was very weird. So I'm like, wait a second. I bet you this data lag is ridiculous right now. And I go look, and the data lag was 1.5 minutes. So I was 1.5 minutes behind where the actual market was. And it's so frustrating because I actually would have revived this account with no problem today. I've had so many setups so far just in the first 35 minutes. And it's extremely frustrating just knowing like I would be good right now, like super good. So yeah, so I lost the count for that. So good morning, Trenches. You're home to trade finally. I know you happy about that. Yeah, so I'm just gonna sim trade today. If I didn't get so much sleep last night, I probably would have just went back to sleep. I'm still a little tired. I think it's just from having the kids 3 days in a row. Plus, on top of that, not sleeping very well. But yeah, so we're just gonna sim trade today. I am down like 250 on the sim account, but that's just because I was just trying stuff. I was just pushing buttons and stuff like that. It was no big deal. But from here on, I'm actually just going to take the trades that I would actually take, and you guys will be able to see that come about. But yeah, 1.5 minutes lag this morning. And then even after so this is what I'm going to start doing in the mornings. I don't normally sync my clock to Rhythmic, and that's because I have like an auto sync program that I ran on the computer already. And then of course I have the data lag timer up there. And normally what shows in my data lag timer is what shows on Rhythmic, right? But I'm going to start like in the morning before I even open NinjaTrader. I'm going to go ahead and when I open Rhythmic first, I'm going to sync the clock. The other reason why I normally don't is because I have the auto sync on for every 2 minutes. So there's literally no reason for my clock to ever be out of sync. But either way, I'm going to start doing that. And then I'm going to open NinjaTrader, and hopefully that helps. Even after I Went ahead and auto synced when I saw that it was a minute and a half off. I closed NinjaTrader, went ahead and auto synced. When I reopened the program, it was still like a second, and then it dropped down to like 0.25 seconds, and it took a while for it to get below 0.05 seconds, like what I like to see. I'm just kind of over rhythmic. I did see that a lot of us were kicked out around the same time yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Just really weird stuff. I don't trust them people. But yeah, you're not doing 25Ks no more. You usually can get about 1,500 on an eval in 2 weeks. So when I failed a few 50Ks, I was like, if I did a 25K, I'd be done. But my style of trading, the 25K ain't it. I understand. I totally understand. So, I only have the 50Ks because those lasted longer while I was trying to figure out my strategy and everything. However, once I kind of start getting things going, it's really going to determine if I keep going with some 25K accounts or if I just decide to go ahead and stick to 50Ks. I really just like, the fact that it doesn't take as much to get to the profit target, but that can also not be that great of a thing too. So yeah, I don't know. I'm supposed to get into this trade right now, but I would have to break even so fast. But I'm just going to go ahead and still do it just because why not? We're simming. Actually, I am. I want to see how quickly I can break even, if it even pushes down from here. But yeah, we'll see. I know I'll never go over 50K because I just don't think that it makes sense. The other thing that I do like about the 50K is that you have you do have the extra wiggle room, and it's not that much more expensive than the 25K if you decide to choose the lifetime PA versus the monthly. So, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see how I feel about it. But I can say that I feel a lot. I was really doubting if I wanted to keep my strategy the way that it is, all because of this week. Last week didn't bother me. Hey, we had some really important learning lessons from last week, so it's like whatever. I start every week fresh. So I was kind of doubting, like, man, do I need to change things? Do I need to change Renko settings? I was looking at different Renko settings last night, and I really do feel like the 20-1 is what's most perfect for the way that I'm trading right now. So I'm not going to change anything. And after, this morning, despite the mishaps, after this morning, I definitely feel really good going into next week. We've had way more volatility this morning, which is good. And bringing the regular volatility back to the market just lets me know, like, hey, you're good where you're at. Earlier this week was a struggle because of the lower volatility. Even though the volume wasn't extremely bad, it was just low volatility. And considering the fact that the majority of the trades that I lost earlier this week, those were things that, like, I kind of had a feeling like, yo, I think this needs to be a thing, but let's just go ahead and keep trading it because I don't know for sure just yet. And now I know that what you thought needs to be a thing, Miss Mamas. So it's all good. Like I've always said, as long as I'm learning during the process, that's what's most important for me, because I know that once everything is solidified, I feel like every week I feel like my strategy is getting more and more stable and closer to where I want it to be. And just knowing that I could have survived this week, even with the lower volatility, with, the few all the adjustments I made this week were super minor. That's a good thing, because when I have to make a huge adjustment, like during Christmas, I changed to volume-based trading. I never traded volume-based trading ever. Like, my strategy has never been based on volume. So that was a thing. So we're only a month and some change out from that. And then every week from there, I had to make more major changes, or really additions. But this week it was like super minor stuff, like, hey, if that goes through the body of the previous reversal candle, do not trade going back to that. Like, little small things like that, I can live with that. I can. So I haven't really had to back test this week. The little bit of back testing that I did was like literally just, hey, we made these couple of minor adjustments. Let's see what this week would have been with those minor adjustments. That's not back testing for me. That's just going through the data and seeing like, okay, where would we be? I told you guys that's like always the most important thing for me, since I am still in the development stages, is where would we be if these were a thing, you know, or where would we be if we take this out, kind of thing. So I'm still in good spirits for now. For now. So yeah. No trades just yet. I do have an overall. Yeah, what's up? Oh, who's she talking to? Oh. So yeah, I am in an overall uptrend bias, and I will be for a while. It's I don't even know where the dang on level is. Maybe it's this one. Oh, 561.50 is the level. Alright, so but yeah, I really just wanted to focus today on the repetition. Like I told y'all, that's the only reason why I'm here, otherwise I'd be asleep. And just seeing the market, and it's good that I decided to go ahead and do it, considering you know, we actually have for real movement today. So it's a good thing that I am deciding to trade, so I can continue getting my eyes used to seeing the market in the way it moves with this Renko setting. I've only been trading this Renko setting for a week now. So, excuse me. Alright, so no buys at the moment because we're rotating here. We tried to break this prime high right here, and if this closes down, we'll be closing back down below that high. So going back up, it's not a high probability trade. I have to spend this weekend getting things together for my taxes, which I need to do better. I need to start at the end of every month. At the end of every month, I pay all my credit card bills off and stuff like that. I just use my credit card for like flight points and stuff. And I need to just go through my QuickBooks, go through all the transactions for the month. I probably need to make it like a weekly thing for real. But just go through and categorize all the expenses. And every year I say I'm going to do that. And then I wait until the whole year is done. And then it's tax time. And I'm like, I have to go through a whole year's worth of expenses. Why do I keep doing this to myself? I don't know. All right, so we did not close back below there, so that's good. Going to, oh yeah, I need to hit my tax guy back actually today. Yes, I do. Just mute it. It's not. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. All right, let's see. What is that? Oh, okay. How are you doing this morning so far, Trenches? Alright, so that account comes back tomorrow. Monday. A first 50K account will come back the following week. Oh, I think actually, I think both of my 50Ks are gonna come back in the same week, the week of the 12th. Yeah, I do have to do that. So if we not trade that week, 1, 2, 3, then it renews on Tuesday. 1, 2, 3. Then it'll be Friday. Okay. Actually, I think 3 of my accounts are all coming back on the week of the 12th. So that'll be cool because basically next week I'm going to trade with 1 account. And then, wait, which of the... Good morning, Granny. Yeah, so it looks like next week I'm going to have 1 25K account to trade. Because that's the account that renewed on like the 25th or something. But then on the week of the 12th, both my 50Ks and another 25K will all come back. 1, 2, 3. Actually, no. I'll probably just bring both of the 50Ks back and that's it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. But that way, next week with that 25K, that'll be the only account. I can kind of make sure things are cool. I'm cool when I only have 1 account because then I could just focus on seeing like where things are at the time. And hopefully if things are good, then I'll feel a lot better about the other 2 accounts coming back. Green one eval is actually at the halfway mark now. Red 2 other evals, which are still in profit, but at 2K drawdown now. I haven't touched my PA today. Okay. What times do you trade, Trenches? Do you start trading before the New York Open? I just saw a guy in the Facebook group saying that he likes to trade from midnight to 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is what he said. He said he trades the Nasdaq and you can get pretty good trades in at that time. Let me see. I'm waiting on the market to make a move. I'm going to scroll back to, so that would be 11 to 3 my time. What the hell does he, how does he trade? I mean, it is decent movement. It's nothing I could do with it, but let's stuff like that, I would be mad as hell. Why am I awake right now? It looks like there's only like one good move for me during that time. And I ain't staying awake in the middle of the night for one good move. No, no, no. You have noticed some nice trades you can make during 2 to 5 a.m. You just be sleepy if you home. Trust me, I understand. Honestly, if I could trade the overnight, like I know some people who trade like the Asian session and do pretty well. I don't know how, but if I could do that and be able to sleep in and not have to wake up during the New York session, baby, do you think I wouldn't do that? Listen, I am a night owl. Ooh, looky, looky, we got the win. How nice. I'm gonna see if I could climb my way out of the small loss that I'm in on the sim account from taking ridiculous trades. I'm just down basically one trade now. It's like, oh, we're simming today. Let me try this real quick. But like I said, only good setups. I can say that despite the last 2 weeks, especially like the last week, you know, me when I made the Renko setting change, I felt so good about it. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be so great, blah blah blah. And then, you know, it hasn't started off so great. Part of it is just seeing the Rinkos move so much faster. Also figuring out what oh, I can't take that. Figuring out what changes need to be made to my strategy to fit it, what things I can, you know, take out, what things I have to put in, whatever. But I can say that the repetition of looking at the market every single day for a long time now, really, but especially since changing things over to volume-based trading, I'm able to see things a lot clearer and see things before they happen. You guys have noticed, like, when I'm on the stream with some of my losses, I'll literally be like, nah, I don't really know about this. And a lot of times it loses when I say that, you know. So let me see something. Which level is that? But yeah, so I feel really good about things. I really do. I guess I can let me do this. How do I see filter to sim account? Is this red that hard to see? Kinda. My monitors, I use an eye saver mode because all the regular colors, So I need things washed out, but the red is so hard to see sometimes. Okay, I'm going to put the sim account that I'm trading on the screen just so you guys can see that, because I can't take another trade right now. All right, so how do I window capture sim account? Let's call it that. And okay, hold on, I'm gonna make it bigger. Just let me. See, let's crop the bottom. Oh, not that much. Not that much either. It's kind of hard to see. Give me a second, I'll fix it. So I'm taking a sale at the current open because I want to see if my thought process of me being able to do so, I can. If the buyer pressure comes in, I'm going to get out because I'm going back towards a double bottom. Also going back towards the overnight low. Just a whole lot of. I'm gonna break even since we hit the low and created a double bottom. All right, uh-oh, I didn't mean to take it away. Trying to see, I'm trying to make it to where I can make it a little bigger. That wasn't enough volume to go back towards it. 1, 2, 3. $89.50. That's that. All right, let's fix this. Let's go for let's take away the gross realized and put the let's make it like that. This divergence started with a double bottom, so I can't get into it. So in the meantime, let's fix this, make it easier to see. At least try to. All right, that should be big enough. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, I blew that 25K account. Really no fault of mine. It kind of is because I wasn't paying attention to the data lag timer. The lag was like a minute and some change. So the trade that I got into, I got stopped out of because the price wasn't even where the price actually was. But it's like, what if I was someone who didn't even know the data lag timer even existed? How would I know? Because Rhythmic didn't show that there was a minute and something data lag. Rhythmic showed like 0.3 seconds or something like that. But yeah, so it is what it is. So it's blown, it's cool. It just sucks because I actually would have worked my way out of what did I have, like $140 something coming into this morning. I would have worked my way out of that. I'm negative on the sim account because I wasn't, after it blew, of course, then I had to switch to the sim account because of the data lag. I had to log out of NinjaTrader, come back in, sync clocks and all of that. So I missed a bunch of trades in the midst of doing that, and they were all wins. So, and then once I got onto the sim account, I took 2 trades that I wouldn't normally take just cause. But ever since I got on the stream though, I was just like, all right, let me just only take the trades that I would typically take. So I've only taken one of those, and that was a win. So we're gonna sim trade and for the rest of the day. Because I do not have any accounts left at the moment. Because one of my accounts will be coming back on Monday. And I don't ever start trading an account on a Friday or in the middle of the week. It's always on Monday. So we have no accounts left by the end of the week. We just sim trade, which I think this is the first time ever. So let's hope that's the last account that I blow. All right, I'm waiting for the market to make a little decision. My levels are out of order right now, so I can't really I can't take trades in the direction of the trend. I can take some counter trend trades. My overall bias is a downtrend until 602, which I didn't even realize we even changed. Oh, we just changed to it at 931. Okay. One minute lag. Listen, okay? Yes, it was terrible. I promise. I was in a buy, and when I saw everything come on the screen, like the trade was like way below it, and it immediately closed, and I'm like, hello? What is going on? And then the worst part is so once I fixed all the syncing and all that stuff, when I took the second trade, because remember I only had $140 something left in drawdown, so I only had like $29 left in drawdown. That next trade won, but I got caught in and it was so little drawdown in that next trade, but that next trade won. Yeah. So, there's the screenshot proof. At 8:33 this morning. 1.5 minutes. And like I said, I normally pay attention to it, but for whatever reason, last week I put that data lag down in the bottom right corner of my screen that I trade on. And I normally have it in the top left corner because like the way my screen is set up, I have the chart that I actually execute trades on in a huge portion of the middle, data box on the right, lower left corner is the positions tab, which I'm just using the accounts tab today. And then the top left corner, I use what's called King Rinkos, because the King Rinkos show the actual price action inside of the regular Rinko bars. So I just have that in the top left corner. So I usually have that market analyzer sitting on top of that because I don't really need that King Rinkos chart. I just have it there. But yeah, so because it was down on the bottom right, I don't really pay attention to the bottom of my screen except to look at like the volume at the time that I'm trading. And I just Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to it because that particular trade, I didn't need to see volume. So I never looked in the bottom right corner of my screen. And yeah, a whole minute and a half. To say I was pissed is an understatement. 78.25. Where did that come from? Oh, so that is the body. And it looks like we might be changing right back to an uptrend. Actually, let's not do that. I was going to get into a bot, but it's not touching my minor level, and I guess it didn't need to. There's the win right there. Usually because the bias was opposite where I was going and it wasn't touching my minor level, I normally don't get into that. But it did have support of a different support level, so I probably could have. Saw gravy. Alright, so now my bias is back to an uptrend. That didn't take long. It was a downtrend for like 8 minutes. I could tell we're having a lot of volatility though, because we're not really trading near all the levels on my charts. And normally we're just sitting between all the levels, which is really annoying. I didn't realize I ain't canceled a 25K account, and I thought it was January 4th, but it was the 2nd, so it just renewed today. Oh! Well, looks like you got another 25K account to trade. Oh gosh. That 25K said you can't get rid of me. I don't know how I feel about that big spike. So here is a I'm gonna take this buy. We're trading at the previous close, which is normally resistance for me. But we're doing a rotation, so we'll see what happens. It's taking a lot of volume to close past it though. And as you can see, I was good. Just didn't get filled. What was the... I actually should have gotten filled on that. Alright, whatevs, I guess. That was a really good trade. 0.04. I'm not really sure why I didn't get filled with that, because 0.3. The bar after my reversal bar did close at the exact same time as the reversal bar. However, the following bar took like, okay, chart, please stop moving. The following bar took like 0.28 seconds, and price came back down to it before that bar closed. So Yeah, that sucks, but that would have been another win, I guess. I feel like that's my second trade with that happening today. And the thing is, my order entry is always put at the close of the following bar. So is that this? I feel like that's the second time that's happened today. Or maybe that's yesterday that I'm thinking of. Could be. Yeah, it must be yesterday. I don't really get that a whole lot. But maybe because the bar after where my actual entry was, it only came down and touched the limit order instead of at least going a tick or two past it, I guess. But that was a sniper entry. There was no drawdown from my entry at all. I think, right? Yeah, no drawdown at all. My sister is texting me, have you ever used Top Step? I don't like their 2K drawdown. The extra $500 matter when you have about, oh, so their 50K is 2K instead of 2,500. For me, for a long time, I wasn't really with the idea of props. Um, just because I didn't understand it at first. I remember when my friend first came to me talking to me about prop firms, I was like, no, absolutely not. But once I got to the point where I was like, okay, I don't want to trade with my own capital, and with the way I want to trade, I need way more capital than I have. So let me look into props. So I looked into a couple, like one of the first prop firms that I had ever heard of was UProfit Trader. I think that's what it's called. And that's only because um I know someone who knows I think she's the owner. Is it UProfit? I'm gonna go look. I feel like it's UProfit. I'm almost certain that it is. Or maybe maybe the person didn't own it, but oh yeah, she's the CEO. Okay. So yeah, that was the first time that I ever heard of UProfit. And I was in a group. I'm probably still in the group, it's inactive or whatever. But I started looking at all these different props or whatever, and I just wasn't a fan. I had a FTMO eval that is still there that I'm pretty sure I can't even ever use now. It's just been sitting there for years, but I can't use it now because they don't even allow US customers anymore. This is a buy, but it's off of my major resistance level. I could take it because technically because of it going back towards the VWAP and the new session high, I could just break even if seller pressure comes in. But I'm real careful around the two major support and resistance levels. Let's see what happens. But anyway, when I was researching, my friend is the one who introduced me to Apex. He didn't have an account at the time, but he heard about it, so he sent it to me. And then, in the midst of looking at other ones, I'm like, well, Apex is the only one that really makes sense. And this is back before 80% sales and all that other stuff. But at that time, it was 50%, and that was the best she was going to get. I'm very curious to see how this is going to work out. There's another win. Okay. So my thought process was right. I can take it. It's just if it would have rotated over it, I couldn't, because if it would have rotated over the level, then it would be showing that, hey, this actually might push back down into this resistance zone. But because it just wicked off of it, I was cool. It's treated as if it's support, just a resistance level that turned into support. And actually, is the prior high there? No, I would not take that at all. I couldn't even see on my screen that red line. I can barely see it because the boxes for the resistance level are so close together on the Rinkos versus the 5-second chart. So I wouldn't have taken that one, guys. 584. But yeah, some of these companies with the payout rules, and they're just not attractive. And I think it's so crazy how so many of these prop firms talk so much shit about Apex, but it's like, if you were so much better, why don't the numbers show that? I'll never understand it. On the NQ5 chart, an ascending triangle formed and it just broke out heavy. I usually don't like to trade patterns on NQ, but this was very clear as day. Just gained back half my losses today. Okay, so we're moving in the right direction. I never wanted to touch nothing Forex related. I barely wanted to try Apex because I just can't be finessed, but my step uncle told me it was legit. He's into trading in IT world, so I trusted him. See, it's good to have other people that you know and trust in this space. My friend and I have been trading together. We both got introduced to trading in 2014 by the guy that we helped put in jail for scamming us and a bunch of people. But needless to say, that's when we were first introduced. And I did not go to Forex until after I started in futures. And then we went over to Forex. And my favorite pairs were pretty much GJ, then GBP, NZD, sometimes USD, JPY. But that was about it. But I just wasn't a fan. I had a Trader's Way account, and the first time I saw broker manipulation, like, I promise you, because I had a couple of other brokers just, trying different ones out, but everybody at the time was using Trader's Way because, it was an overseas broker and with the whole leverage of the US brokers, you could only have 1 to 50, and the unregulated brokers, you could have the 1 to 500. I think even sometimes 1 to 1,000. So I'm pretty sure it was on GJ if my memory serves me right, which I have bad memory, but that's neither here nor there. And a bunch of us were just stopped out of nowhere. And it was like, wait, the way that just moved out of nowhere, no news, no nothing, that don't seem right. So we go and we check our other accounts, with other brokers, and that huge spike down, because we were all in buys, that huge spike down never even happened. I said, oh yeah, I gotta get out of here. Because who's finna do that? So after I did that, I took a course from Major League Trading, which at that time is when Jack, I forget his last name, but Jack was a part of that group at the time. And that's when I got into binary options, trading Nadex. When you lose that contract because the price closed at the contract price, or one tick going the opposite way of where you want it to go, you have that happen a time or two, and you'd be done with that too. And that's exactly what happened to me. Oh, it was so terrible. It was so terrible. All right, I'm not gonna trade. Actually, we're inside, so I'm not gonna trade that. But yeah. So I've been around the block a little bit, and I've seen some crazy, crazy stuff. I did go back to Forex at some point last year, I'm pretty sure. And Forex just is not giving for me. It's just not giving. Me no like you. Alright. I don't feel good about this one. Which I probably would have just broke even because there was indecision as soon as the entry came. So I'll just see what would have happened. Probably a loss. but I definitely would have broken even no matter what. And the reason I didn't get in is because of that pattern that I hadn't been paying attention to before. So we had what we call a prime low. This was a prime low right here. Okay. And then let's see if I could draw. Yeah, that downtrend. Then we had an uptrend or swing. Then we had another swing down. So because of the way we tried to break through this new low, we got through it a little bit, but then we closed back above it, and now we're trying to close back below it again. That's why I didn't take the trade. That's a pattern that I wasn't noticing before. It looks like it would still be 43. Yeah, it came one tick from stopping out so far, and there's the full stop out. Yeah, that's the pattern that, for whatever reason, I just never paid attention to, but it makes sense. Because if the market is truly trying to move in that direction, we should just blow through the new low that it just made, right? But we didn't. We tried to, we came back above. Now we're trying to go back below, which is a rotation. I call it rotation. There you have it. All right, let's see. We got an hour left. This morning wasn't too bad. Rhythmic's history plan. Why is he requesting historical data from Rhythmic? I don't even understand. To get my orders together. that level here. Just stay below that. Ooh, okay. Alright, just pull back to my middle level and that resistance level that has the... Let me widen this so I can see the freaking line. Just say that's a windfall day, the 1300. All right, we are at the 1 hour left mark. Where is my middle level at? Oh, everything's there. My middle level is currently at the prior high and the major resistance. Alright, and that's the double bottom. NIR. Oh, wait a minute. Come on, lag. Y'all see that? Well, come on now. There's no news or anything. Why is it lagging like that? Oh, you know what? Let me close this. What the hell? I know y'all see that lag timer just spiking up. Me no trust it. Because what the fuck is that? What is going on? I don't like that. 6.4, 683. I'm really not understanding where the lag's coming from. I'm really not, I don't understand. Bro, what the? I just want the lag to go away. What's happening right now? The chart show different price and doesn't show correct price, and I can't close my trade. I'm telling you, I just said something about the freaking lag. If they could just come out with an account that's CQG, I would switch all of my accounts the same day. And no, I do not want a TradeEvade account because I don't want to pay extra for CQG data to have TradeEvade when I'm still going to trade it on NinjaTrader. That doesn't make sense. I want them to have a NinjaTrader CQG option, and all these rhythmic accounts will be in the trash. All of them. So I was right with that. Okay. I thought my computer was lagging because I had Discord open, which it shouldn't be. I have 64 gigs of RAM, but it's not. Other people are having data lagging with Rhythmic right now too, so am I going to get another setup? That is the question. I don't like that setup, so I'll just wait for the pullback. I don't want to get into a sale right now. Oh, I actually could have taken that one probably. I wanted it to get away from that level initially, and it did. I'm here trying to help people right now, but I don't really. We'll just see what happens. Oh, I can't take. There's a resistance level right here at 51.25. We'll see if it holds. Probably won't. I would have just probably broken even once it got to the prior low. I mean prior high. Anyway. And plus, with this being a major resistance level, I don't really like trading right above it, because this creates like the major support and the major resistance level, they create a zone, right? So technically price is trying to get back into the zone, so it kind of doesn't make sense to trade right there. And that's why it came down and like pushed up off of it like that. So we'll see if it can push through. Most of the time it will push through. And that only came, so that came one tick from stopping me out, and it won. Uptrend since market open. Oh wait, you're back to break even. Yay! I switched my mindset to this being a buy the dip day. Uptrend since the market open. So okay. Yeah, everything literally for this sale just set up for me. I was just worried about it not pushing back through the zone, but you can see that it did. Let's see. Oh, I keep forgetting the high is right there. So every time I like zoom into my chart or zoom back out, my data lag is spiking, and it's not supposed to do that. But yeah, I was in a I had an uptrend bias for most of this morning. It's kind of really been flipping back and forth, which is what I like to see because it just lets me know that the market is for real moving. So I started off in the downtrend, switched to an uptrend, back to a downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, back down. So it switched like 7 times. Yeah, 7 times in the last hour and 45 minutes, which is kind of a lot. This is the most volume that I've seen by the end of my session in a very long time. Like very, very, very long time. I'm writing notes on my chart. My back is killing me. Previous blown account. I don't know. I don't know anything about Trade-Evade. You can't ask me any Trade-Evade questions. I can't reconnect anymore. Arithmetic is failing. I don't know why y'all disconnect when you having problems. Do not disconnect, especially if you're in a trade. Hell no, I would never do that. All right, so now this is the test. It would need to come. Oh, yep, I can't. Now we're back at the freaking high. We've been trading near the prior high a lot today. Yeah, why is this lagginess is just pretty freaking ridiculous. Oh, you know what? I think I'm okay to even trade buys at the high and sells at the low again. I used to be able to, and then I couldn't anymore, but I think with some of the changes I made, I could. There was like 3 trades today that were buys at the high that all won. Perfect setups. The only reason I didn't get into them was for that only that one particular reason. So I'm gonna make note of that. Now with the overnight high and low, I'm still only going to take sells at the high and buys at the low, because in all of my back testing it shows that I need to do that. But with the prior high and low, I should be okay. Oh, my back. All right, what levels? I think that's gonna push up too fast. Yeah. This will be an alternate. Man, seeing so much volatility is so nice. Too bad my freaking account blew from that stupid data lag. If I make more than $7.80 each day on a PA, will my account be denied? No. All right. Less than, but more than that, so I can't take that sale. Oh, I just missed that buy too. It would have just broken even anyway. I'm too busy in the Discord answering people's questions, but that's what that would have looked like. It would have just broke even. Can't take that sale. My Jigsaw P&L is $2,500 higher than what I've been credited for on my Rhythmic P&L. What? Oh, everybody's having rhythmic issues. Well, not everybody, but a bunch of people. I'm tired of people. All right. Out of the Discord I go. All right, That's the buy that I won't take at the high. Because it's rotating, so I don't want to do that. What, I got 30 minutes left? I'm surprised I'm so tired. I got so much, maybe I got too much sleep last night. Being patient. Today has been a good day today. If we can repeat today all next week and not have that low volatility crap we had when we started this week, I am gonna be a-okay. But it's good to know that, excuse me, aside from the rhythmic issues that I had today, when I first opened the charts, this week would have been actually a positive week with the minor adjustments I had to make, even despite the low volume. So I'm moving in the right direction. This has been like my goal, really, is to have a strategy that could survive when the volatility is high and when it's low. Because you don't want something where when market conditions change, you could just blow accounts left and right. That's what you don't want. That's what you don't want. Kind of getting like, oh God, that's about to cause a lag. I knew it. What is this rhythmic? Give it to somebody else. I don't want it. All right, just this is the 8th time my bias has changed today. Just changed to an uptrend again. Now that should not have made this lag. What are you doing? All I did was make the center the price on the scale. All right, so I don't have to worry about that level right now. We just made a new session high. Hey, quick, I bought a 50K eval today and made the 3K. Is that break a rule? No, Brian. Shit, we're still going up. Okay. Where's all this volatility coming from? I mean, I like it, but geez. All right, setting up for a 1-bar pullback. Tempted to get off early. My VAs need my computer, but all right, no more 1-bar pullback. Still looking for a buy going back towards the high. As long as we don't pull back to I swear every time I say as long as we don't pull back to, or I'm waiting for it to pull back to such and such, it always happens. Like literally as soon as I say it. We were just sitting there for a nice little couple minutes. All right. So now 23. Need a little bit of a stall before I can get into any buys. If we're going to continue higher. There is a lot of volatility for this to be after 10. Is the 10 to 11 session returning back to normal? If I'm not going to be watching paint dry, I actually might continue to trade 10 to 11. But we gonna see. Alright. Didn't want to take that buy going back to the session high. Wasn't enough volume. Seller pressure came in immediately. Let's see if it'll sustain, but alright. Can't get into that sell. That just invalidated for a little bit. Hit the VWAP and it's pulling down. And there you go. That would have been a loss if I took that trade. That buy. Entry would have been here. It came like 3 ticks from moving my stop where it would have moved my stop loss to break even. Let's see, 1,000, 16. Quick question, guys. If we could stall here a little bit longer, I'm going to enter a buy. A lot of the trades that I've been looking at have just been invalidated. And then some of them I just sat out of. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens. If it actually pushes up from here. Yes, no, maybe so. It literally was 1 tick from closing the bar. It keeps getting up there and then rejecting off of the VWAP. So my entry would be at 83.75. There's a lot of volume in this bar. There's some indecision there. That's gonna lose, probably. And this is another setup that I'm real close to just axing. We'll see. I already axed it out of I already axed one of my setups earlier this, I feel like it was earlier this week. This is another one that I'm real close to getting out of here. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna axe this one. Basically, it's a setup where there's a higher low, lower high, then another higher low. I don't particularly like that. Now, if it was a lower high, and higher low, cool. Why is he sending me this? Anyway, but yeah, I'm super close to getting rid of it because it doesn't work at my middle level. I don't take it at my major level. So let me go look at something. I'm like real close to getting rid of it. Let me see if I could. So basically only two. Did you spam the payout button yet? Why would you ask me that? Anybody who pays attention to me in the Discord knows that I've never passed an eval because I've been developing a strategy. So why would you ask me if I've spammed the payout button yet? Are you trolling me? Because I can troll back. What was I looking? Oh. Like, everybody knows this. I'm very open about it. I don't hide anything. What was I? Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of it actually. I'm just not much of a fan of it, really. All right, so that I just rather not trade it. At least not. Maybe if it goes the opposite. But I feel like the other one. Let's see. But see, even then, it doesn't really set up a whole lot. I don't know. I might keep it for now. It just might be one that just lost this time. I really didn't like how the VWAP was like moving and got real close to, because I think probably, let's see, my entry was, or the close of the bar was 83.50 and the VWAP was 83.43, which technically means that it was the same price. That could have thrown things off just a tad as well, but I don't know, I'll keep it for now. For now. All right, we got 15 minutes left. I can't get into this divergent sale, so oh, might as well fill out my trade journal. While I'm here. Now wait a second. Oh, duh, that's why. Okay. I was about to say. Which is my I don't think the market's gonna move enough for me to get another trade in the next 13 minutes, but we'll see. But I doubt it, because we kind of like every pullback of this uptrend, like it's taken like 3 minutes per candle to even do it. This is the next pullback right here, and we've been in this candle for 3 minutes as well. So yeah, I highly doubt it. Excuse me. Okay. Those first couple of minutes of this last hour, things were looking real nice with the volatility and the volume, and then it just pretty much slowed down since, which is to be expected. Does commission count as gain or the main P&L count? Wow. Who is that? Now, why would you send me a friend request? You liked my post about me closing my credit repair business, and as soon as I go to your page, I see that you are somebody who does lead generation for credit repair companies. Why would you send me a friend request? I don't even have a company anymore. You have no reason to be on my friends list. What the hell is wrong with people? All right, we're consistently making new highs of the session, and I can't do anything until I get a Renko pullback versus the pullbacks that are, I'm getting outside bars, but I'm not getting like an actual 10 point. I need a, not a 10, is it 10 points? Yeah. I need a 10-point pullback in order for me to even look into trading it. So come on, market pull back a little bit. It's only 5 minutes left, so I doubt. All right, let's see what happens. Got 5 minutes left. See if we'll close out with a trade at all. We're setting up for a 1-bar pullback. Maybe. Oh wait, I didn't check. Okay, yeah. And that swing up took so long to pull back. It's like 18 minutes. Please no, don't go all the way down there. 12:50. Of course you did. Yeah. Listen. Well, I thought I might get an entry, but not yet. Are you kidding me? I think all next week I'm gonna trade with wrinkles on my charts on the screen that you guys can see, because I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm gonna keep the 20 and 1 wrinkles. So I'll probably just trade with the wrinkles on the screen. Try it, see what happens. I can't believe this pulled back this far. I mean, I know it was a new high, but still. The other one was down there. Just pull back to my middle level back here, but it's gonna. Do we have another delivery, bro? No, so who's knocking on the door? I don't know, they're gonna have to wait. I got 2 minutes. Oh, really? Who? Are y'all gonna answer the door? It's probably somebody from my grandma. I'm not getting up. Ring the doorbell first of all. Pretty sure I know who it is at the door. Not my guest. This sucks because if this reverses, bro, are you kidding me? The trade is setting up, but I have 15 seconds left, and I would close the trade at 11 o'clock since that's when I get off the charts. So, oh great, the bar didn't close. I feel better about it. All right, so the bar did close exactly at 11 o'clock. That is hilarious. Are you kidding me?
You don't have anything.
Hold on, you guys.
On the 6th.
All right, sorry you guys, that was my grandma. So yeah, trading session ended. I was negative 2 trades, I guess you could say, on the sim account. Blew that 25K account because of the stupid data lag. It is what it is, whatever. I sat out of a lot of trades today, or just missed them trying to fix the data lag issue or whatever. But yeah, I feel really good going into next week. This week was just kind of trash with the volatility, the lack thereof, which my strategy, even though it's volume based, I still need a certain level of volatility to happen because I mainly trade pullbacks, which, you know, in order for the pullback to even happen, I need the first pullback of 10 points to even start the swing for me to get the pullback entry. And then of course I have the divergence trades or whatever, but divergence wasn't even setting up very often this week just because the volatility was so low and everything, like the price was just staying in these really tight zones that I can't really do much with, honestly. So yeah, I probably won't start the weekly, what is it, a week in my trade journal videos. I probably won't start it this week. I kind of want to just do everything fresh for February, so I'll start that next week for sure. And that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry I couldn't take more trades. Things just started getting invalidated a lot after 9:30 really. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section of the actual video. I hope you guys had a good trading session yourselves, and if you're continuing to trade, I hope you end the day green. Other than that, I will put out a very short daily recap video tonight, just showing the trades that I should have been able to take had the data lag not been an issue, and that's that. So I will see you guys bright and early Monday morning. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.